in the NBA. The amount is unlike most other sports, but somehow, these guys were able to make it through the league weighing nearly 400 pounds. With Shaquille O'Neal being considered one of the biggest and most dominant players in the history of the game, his weight and strength Magic in 1992, Shaq almost looked too thin. The then 20-year-old Shaq weighed less than 290 pounds, and he was listed as 7'1". By the time he joined up with the Lakers in 1996, it was clear Shaq was putting on weight. Fast forward to his first championship with the Lakers, in the 1999-2000 season, Shaq weighed in at 341 pounds, and that was all intentional. Size and mass equated to power in the post, and if he wanted to dominate down there, he needed to tack on even more weight. His 2003-2004 season with the Lakers, probably the most impressive, when you consider at the time in at 371. He played 67 games that season and averaged 37 minutes of playtime for every matchup. Most people at that size were Shaq. Despite being the heaviest player in the league that season, his averages remained dominant: 22 points per game, 12 rebounds, and 2 blocks. His goal gaining weight during his career was a success, but it wasn't without consequences. Even though he played 19 seasons with the league, it's likely that had he not stacked on so much weight, he would have remained a dominant presence during his final seasons. With Michael Sweetney having to deal with the death of his father in the preseason, Sweetney had a dominating career where he averaged 22 points per game, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, and he shot with deadly accuracy with 54% from the field. Moving on to the Knicks, Sweetney's father had just passed away before heading out to the team's summer training camp. His father's death affected him so much that his coach didn't lie to him. During his rookie season, he only played 42 games, where he averaged 11 minutes per game. Not surprisingly, his numbers flatlined in comparison to the production he was putting up at Georgetown, although this was likely the least of his problems, as he battled with weight and depression. During the height of his weight gain, Sweetney at 6'8", weighed in at 360 pounds. Seeing his weight gain and apparent mental troubles, the Knicks viewed him as a lost cause. And minutes improved only slightly with the Bulls, before they took their biggest dive during his fourth and final season in the league, where he averaged 8 minutes of playtime with 3 points and 2 rebounds per game. After retiring in 2006-2007, Sweeney went on to play international ball for a bit before he called it quits. He's now a coach of a women's high school team in New York, and he's since gotten past his depression and weight issues. With Eddie Curry coming into the league, already weighing more than the massive veterans, people knew his weight would be an issue. A 7 foot and an initial weight of 295 pounds, Eddie Curry was prospected to be an overpowering center. They're completely convinced of his talent, the Bulls used Curry sparingly, and they gave him just a few minutes of playing time as he proved his worth. And while his stats did improve a bit throughout his tenure with Chicago, which wasn't as concerning as a heart problem that had just come up during the height of his time there, the Bulls, who were justifiably concerned with the well-being of their giant, when he refused to cooperate, the Bulls dished him out to the Knicks in 2005. While Curry had respectable numbers in the Knicks, they were nowhere clear to expectations, considering as it turns out, Curry was also a lazy eater. While playing with the Knicks, he had 350 pounds, causing his already bad rebounding numbers to take a further dive. The Knicks held on to him for 5 seasons before getting fed up with the fact that he never came close to the weight they wanted him at, which was 285. After playing just 1 game with the Mavs, his contract was bought out, which allowed him to become a free agent, where he eventually signed with the Heat during the 2011-2012 season. That offseason, however, Curry had little to do with it, since he'd only played 83 minutes that entire season, and he didn't make a single playoff appearance. His next season would be his last.